What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about a game I was not entirely sure I was actually going to get on the Nintendo Switch, but as usual, I'm going to throw a dip in and then we're going to start this video. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about Overwatch on the Nintendo Switch, and like I said before, I really wasn't sure I was going to buy this game on the Nintendo Switch, and it's not that I really have any quarrels with Overwatch itself. I loved the game when it came out. I played it all the time on my PlayStation 4, but I had already bought the game, like I said, on PlayStation 4 as well as PC, so I really wasn't too interested in spending $40 to buy a game on the Nintendo Switch that I had already bought twice on other systems. However, I was out Black Friday shopping and I managed to find the game on sale for $25, and I was like, what the hell? So I bought it, and we're going to talk about it today because I think it's a good entry in addition to the Nintendo Switch library. Now, I'm going to complain for a second here because I got the physical edition of Overwatch, and it's not very physical. There's no cartridge in the box. It's a digital download code. I don't know why this is the case. I really don't. Why would you release a box with nothing but a download code in it? Why wouldn't you just exclusively put it on the eShop? Like, there's a spot right there for the cartridge. No cartridge comes with this game. You have to download it. So if you are going to pick this up as a physical, make sure that you have room on your SD card for this game. On top of that, when I bought this game, they offered me a warranty. Are you freaking kidding me? A fucking warranty? It's a digital code. It was a $3 game protection plan. So if you're a parent and you're shopping for Christmas and stuff, and you don't know much about video games, if you are picking up Overwatch for your whoever, do not get the warranty because it won't do you any good. It really won't. Anyways, I'm kind of glad to have waited to get Overwatch on the Nintendo Switch because on release, which was almost 2 months ago now, the game seemed to have a lot of bugs from the reviews that I read when the game actually released on the Switch. I think it was October 15th. And I just think this is to be expected with any multiplayer game, especially when you're putting it on a brand new platform. So honestly, I think it's a good thing that I waited to actually play and review this game until a little while after they had time to get some updates out to make sure the game was running as it should on the Switch. And from my experience playing Overwatch on the Switch, it's been pretty nice. I haven't had any real problems. Now, if you haven't played Overwatch before, what it is a hero-based first-person shooter where two teams will compete in objective-based game modes. There are some other additional game modes on the side, like Team Deathmatch or 3-on-3 or things of that nature. And there's also a ranked option if you're interested in getting into the competitive aspect of this game. On top of that, new heroes and maps are added fairly regularly, so there's always new content to check out, which is really cool. Like, I hadn't played in a very long time, and there were like 4 new heroes I'd never played before when I booted it up on my Switch, which was pretty cool. Overall, this game runs really well on the Nintendo Switch, honestly. I definitely noticed the downgrades graphically and the lower FPS cap that they had to put on this game in order to get it to run on the Switch, being that I've played the game on PS4 and PC with higher graphical fidelity. So that's definitely noticeable if you're coming from another system and playing it on the Switch. But honestly, these things have not affected my overall enjoyment playing Overwatch on the Nintendo Switch. I've had a good time with it. What's nice is this game actually does feature in-game voice chat. You don't have to use that stupid Nintendo Switch app on your phone to use voice chat. It is in-game, which is kind of nice because it's not something that's very common in regards to Switch Online games. There are also gyro controls that they added for the Switch version of this game, and a lot of people might be into that. I know a lot of people use gyro controls in like Splatoon 2 and stuff like that, but for me, I personally was not a big fan of the gyro controls. I just upped my sensitivity to the max for my analog, and I play that way, and I prefer it that way. I did give the gyro controls a fair chance. I did play a couple games with them. I just was not a fan. I could not get the hang of it. So yeah, it's there if you're interested, and I think that is a cool addition. One thing that is missing from Overwatch is crossplay and progression, which I think really sucks because Overwatch is on every freaking platform now. On top of that, there are a ton of collectibles and skins that you can get from loot boxes in the game as you level up, and it'd be nice if you had all of your skins, especially if you're a person like me who's played on different platforms, if you had all of your collectibles and stuff across everything. That'd be so nice to have, and I really hope this comes in the future. On top of that, Overwatch 2 is making its way to the Nintendo Switch, and if you're unsure about what Overwatch 2 is, it is essentially an expansion to Overwatch that they've dubbed a sequel. If you buy Overwatch 2, you will get access to new story-based PvE content. And that's cool. and it'll add a bunch of new maps, heroes, and game modes to multiplayer. However, all of the maps, heroes, and game modes for multiplayer will also be added into Overwatch 1. So that means if you're only interested in the multiplayer aspect of Overwatch, there's no need to buy Overwatch 2. Just buy Overwatch 1, and all of the new stuff that's in Overwatch 2 will be in Overwatch 1. Also, if you're buying Overwatch 1 for the multiplayer aspect, it will be crossplay with Overwatch 2 when that releases. Meaning, if you buy Overwatch 2, you will still be playing with people that are playing on Overwatch 1 who didn't want that PvE content. It is cross-play. It is kind of cool. I'm really interested to see how this actually plays out because not a lot of companies do stuff like that. I think it's really cool. It leaves no one behind, and it definitely opens up some options for people to decide how they want to play the game. If you don't want the PvE content, if you don't care about the story and just want to have a good first-person shooter, you can buy Overwatch 1. But if you want that additional content, if you want that story stuff, you can buy Overwatch 2 and still have access to all the fun multiplayer stuff and be able to play with people who weren't interested in it. That's really cool to me. Now, in terms of where it is best to play Overwatch on the Nintendo Switch, I really think it runs fine on either handheld or on an original Nintendo Switch. However, I prefer playing games like this with a Pro Controller, which you can do on the Nintendo Switch Lite, but you need a stand because it doesn't have a kickstand. So if you have those, you won't have any problems. But like I said, I like playing with a Pro Controller, and I also like playing on my monitor. So I personally am going to give it to the original Nintendo Switch. Any Switch that is dockable, that is where I'm going to recommend you play Overwatch. All in all, Overwatch is a really solid multiplayer first-person shooter on the Nintendo Switch, which is awesome because there's not a lot of first-person shooters on the Nintendo Switch, as well as not a lot of very good multiplayer games on the Nintendo Switch. But I'm not entirely convinced Overwatch is the best FPS multiplayer game on the Nintendo Switch because Hi-Res's Paladins is also available on the Nintendo Switch, which is basically an Overwatch clone, and it is completely free to play. It supports 60 frames per second, which Overwatch does not, and it has crossplay and progression, so all of your save progress in Paladins goes with you wherever you decide to play it. So if I boot it up on my PlayStation, I can play it there. If I boot it up on PC, I can play it there, and if I boot it on Switch, all my stuff goes with me, which is super nice, and I really hope we see upgrades for that in Overwatch. We get crossplay and progression there. That'd be really cool to see, as well as upgrades to the Nintendo Switch version, updates that would enhance the performance on the Nintendo Switch version of Overwatch. That'd be really nice to see. But that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you found this video entertaining and helpful, and if you did, be sure to leave a like and smash that subscribe button for more videos like this in the future. Be sure to share the video with your friends. Let's grow this community we got going here on the channel. If you have not yet, check out my podcast, which I record with my buddy Nat. We try to get a video out every week. However, we're both busy guys. He's working, I'm in college, so it's just kind of a struggle to always get a video out, but we try our best. We just sit around, shoot the shit, and talk about video games. It's a really good time. All my other social media should be on screen here if you're interested in checking me out there, so be sure to do that. But like I said, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.